Tennessee head coach Kellie Harper. She'll begin with an opening statement, and then we'll allow the media to ask questions. Coach?
Well, first, we're excited to be going out of the gym tonight with a win. And, you know, we talked about it as a team. We know that we can grow. There are things that we need to be better at walking out of this game. But, you know, again, excited for the win, excited for the growth that we can have. But I tell you, Ole Miss came out. They came out fighting, playing hard. Knew they would. Not surprised at all by their play. They're much improved. If folks hadn't seen them this year, they're much improved from last year. And obviously they've got some dynamic players, and they played well. And you know, like I said, down the stretch we made free throws, and proud of our team.
Take the first question from Maria.
Coach, Destiny Salary gave y'all a jolt of energy when you needed. Just tell us a little bit more about what she gave you on both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. So I felt like the two things that we did not start the game with, energy and composure. And I thought Destiny came in and actually brought both of those. You know, I thought she you know, she came in and early on took care of the ball, but also just played hard. I thought she did some really good things on both ends of the court. She played with a lot of confidence. She scored some buckets there in that third quarter, which I thought were really big. I thought her defense in the second quarter was good. So I think a lot of people have confidence in her because that's how she's been practicing. Her role is to be that energy player for us, and she knows that. And really, really happy for her. But we needed it. We absolutely needed it tonight. She made big plays.
Quick follow-up, Marta Suarez went out very quickly in the first quarter. Just can you update her status?
Well, I wish I knew for sure, but we've not practiced her much. We've not practiced her since our last game, and trying to give her some rest. She has a foot injury, and as of right now, I'll be honest with you, I do not know her status. I'm not sure. We knew we were going to try to rest her and try to get her through a game and see how she did, and obviously we knew at the tip that we weren't going to be able to play her, and that was unfortunate. I tell you, she has played really well for us. That was a big blow for our team. Obviously, the depth in that position was already slim, so that hurt us to start the game. But you know, we'll just have to figure that out.
Will?
Yeah, Renaya said that she thought that your team was a little bit off defensively tonight. I know you can't always have games like Kentucky, but I guess what did you notice about the defense, and what are some areas that you might try to focus on fixing that?
Yeah, I agree. I thought our defense was not as locked in and focused as we needed to be, or as we have been. I thought we were a step slow or a step late. I did not think we anticipated well in terms of what's about to happen. I thought we were on our heels a lot. And, you know, that to me goes back to our focus. I think if we're locked in, I think we guard better. And, you know, we got to get that. One of the things that we have done well in the last few weeks is guard well in the half court. And I was a little disappointed in that tonight.
Chloe?
Coach, how much do you see turnovers affecting this game, especially those few that you had in the first few minutes?
Oh, I think we had 7 in the first quarter. And, you know, you start out by playing with low energy. They're getting after you, and you're not playing with composure. You want to turn the ball over, and that's you know, it's not a great way to start a game. And obviously what happens in turn, now they get energy, they get happy, they get excited. You know, they're now really bought into their game plan and how it's working. So, you know, we've got to come out better energy, better confidence, better composure.
Ben?
Coach, you all were outscored by 10 in the first quarter and then outscored them by 11 over the final 3 quarters. Was it as simple as energy, composure, those things, or did you all make basketball adjustments as well?
We tried to make adjustments throughout the game, but nothing different than any other game that we play. You know, you do as a coach, you make adjustments throughout. You change your, ball screen defense, you play some zone, you're calling different plays. But I think really it was on our players. In that first quarter, there's not a whole lot that I called that worked. And we were able to call the same plays the last 3 quarters and get good looks. So a lot of that was just being a little bit more confident and sure with the basketball.
Kellyanne?
Hey, Kelly, what was your message to the team at halftime, and what does it say about your group that they were able to rally back like that?
Well, it's the same thing we just talked about, composure and energy. And we talked about, playing downhill a little bit more. I thought, again, offensively, we're on our heels a little bit. Second quarter was much better in terms of getting out and running, trying to get some easy looks. We talked a little bit schematically, defensively, how we needed to play. But they've got some really talented players. They do. They have some talented players, and their talented players scored well tonight. They made some tough shots over us. We've not seen a whole lot of that this year. But also, I think there's, like I said earlier, I think there's still some area of improvement. But, for our team to rally, team to find ways to make plays, even going down the stretch, you think things are going well, and we give up an offense board on a free throw and an and one. Just silly plays that we were still able to play through. So proud of our team that we're able to do that. But obviously hope that lessons learned. Maybe next time we don't have to play through those mistakes.
Madison?
Coach, this team has been fun to watch this year because every player, it seems like, can score in a variety of different ways. Tonight, when you go 2 for 10 from behind the arc, and then players are still outscoring Ole Miss in the paint by like 6 points in the paint, how important is it to just have those players that are playmakers, like you just spoke of, that can kind of just take over the game with how athletic and talented they are?
Well, I think we know our offensive punch is in the paint. We know that. And our players we're attacking the paint. I thought our posts should have, I didn't think we gave them enough touches tonight, but our guards were able to score in the paint. And some of that's in transition, some of that's on drives, had a few post ups, but that's where hopefully we can shoot a little bit better than from the 3-point line, knock some shots down, loosen some things up. But I'm proud of our team for knowing what our go-to is, and they're really kind of head set to get there.
We'll close it out with one final question from Maria.
Coach, obviously Ole Miss is far better than the record. Coaches know that going in. LSU just beat Georgia. Arkansas just beat UConn. For fans, the SEC is a fun league to watch. But for coaches, how do you get through to a team that you better be ready to lace it up every night in this league? And is that something a team has to learn?
Yes and yes. I think so. That's been the message that we've been trying to give our team, that you don't just show up. You don't just walk in the gym and win. If you think you're going to do that, you're going to go home with a loss. And it does not matter who we're playing. Doesn't matter. The SEC is so much better. Competitive top to bottom. I think our players are hearing that. But I think it takes a little bit of maturity to be able to handle that. And I think the message to them after the game for what we were trying to tell them, you have to go out and play your game. You have to go out and play our basketball regardless of who our opponent is. Our opponent doesn't matter. We have to be focused on doing what we do well. And I told the team, that's our next lesson. Our next lesson is that we're not going to be great every night, but you've got to be able to do what you do well. And I hope that they hear that. I know they hear it. I know they hear it. It's just a matter of now coming out every single night. And that consistency is hard to do. you're going to see ups and downs throughout the year. Teams are going to see that. And the consistent teams, the teams that are there every night, are going to be championship teams. They're going to be the top of the league teams. And, we want to be one of those teams. We want to be that. And to do that, we've got to handle this. We got to handle a little success, and we've got to be able to, go out and put some blinders on and play the way we need to play.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and thank you for everyone joining us tonight.
Thank y'all for coming.